things are supposed to confirm to Peter that he is dealing with the Messiah here. Yet bado atakuja kumkana. Tukiangalia in Luke chapter 9 and verses 18 to 20, Peter is confirming Jesus as a Messiah. Let's see. Let us see. Chapter 9 verse 18. I want you to follow this relationship and see how people who are close to one another, who have helped one another, can deny one another in a very cruel way and very most hurting way. Peter declares that Jesus is the Messiah. In verse 18 of chapter 9, once when Jesus was praying in the private and his disciples were with him, he asked them, "Who do the crowd say I am?" They replied, "Some say John the Baptist, others say Elijah, and still others that one of the prophets of long ago has come back to life. But what about you?" He asked, "Who do you say I am?" Peter answered, God's Messiah. So, Peter, through the experience that he has had with Jesus, he had already known that this is Messiah. Whatever doings is happening through this man can only be dealings of a Messiah. Yet, hata akijua hayo yote, Shetani bado atamshika. Just ahead of the same chapter 9, 20-28, and then you see what will happen. Peter is now going to witness the transfiguration of Jesus, and I don't want to read that. It is in chapter 20. It is in verse 28 to 36. Peter atakuwa hapo when the transfiguration is going to happen. Another confirmation that is dealing with the Messiah. So anyone else would have doubted Jesus, but not Peter. Do you agree with me? Mwingine yote angekuwa na shaka kama Yesu ni Mungu. Lakini sio nani? Kana sio Peter kulingana na hii safari. Na saa hii yeye ndiye anajua Yesu vizuri. Kwa hivyo yeye hata ndiye anafaa kusema yenyewe huyu mtu venye anasema yeye ni Messiah ni nani? Ni Messiah. Lakini hakuwa hapo kutetea Yesu. Let us see. Anamwambia in Luke chapter 22, wacha tuone. Tunasoma hadithi ya Peter na Yesu ndio itufundishe forgiveness. Anamwambia hivi in chapter 22 verses 33. Oh, I'll start there, verse 31. Simon, Simon, Satan has asked to sift all of you as a wheat. But I pray for you, Simon, that your faith may not fail you. And when you have turned back, strengthen your brothers. That is Jesus praying for, interceding for Peter. Because the devil had vowed to finish Peter. This is a very good prayer. When it comes to that 3, anasema hivi, but he replied, this is Peter now, "Lord, I am ready to go with you to prison and to death." This is when Jesus is about to be crucified. And Peter is saying, "I am ready to go with you to prison and to death." And you know what? I think, according to me, Jesus had every reason to believe Peter. Don't you think so? According to hapo kwa safari wameenda pamoja, si ilikuwa na kila sababu ya kumwamini Kenya amesema. Kwa sababu huyo ni mtu ananijua kushinda any other disciple. Ni mtu anajua, amejionea mambo mingi nikitenda. Kushinda anyone else can doubt me but not Peter. So wakati Peter aliongea hii maneno, Jesus had no reason to doubt. But we remember Jesus said that he knows our heart, isn't it? So anamjua. Jesus answered, I tell you, Peter, before the cock crow today, you will deny me 3 times that you know me. You will deny that you know me 3 times. Did it happen? Did it happen? Imagine it happened as Jesus had said. And that is in Luke chapter 54 to 62. Muone mtu anadeny mtu wake na alikuwa amesema hawezi mdeny. 54. I only want to read this, then we shall confirm that it is true that even a very close friend can deny you and you still forgive. Peter disowns Jesus. Then seizing him, they led him away and took him into the house of the high priest. Peter followed at a distance, and when some there had kindled a fire in the middle of the courtyard and had sat down together, Peter sat down with them. A servant girl saw him seated there in the firelight. She looked closely at him and said, this man was with him. But he denied it. Woman, I don't know him, he said. A little later, someone else saw him and said, you also